Hey, beautiful human. I am so glad that you're here. It's New Year's Eve, the very last day of 2025, the final hours of the year of the snake. And wherever you are right now, whether you're listening to this on the actual evening of the 31st or in the quiet of New Year's Day, or sometime in the days after when you finally have space to breathe, I want you to know that this space is for you. This isn't one of my typical podcast episodes. This is something different. This is a ceremonial journey, a space for you to pause at this threshold and really be with what this year has asked of you, what you've learned, what you're ready to release, and what you are calling in. Because here's what I know. We can't just leap from one year to the next without marking the passage. We can't gallop into the year of the horse without honoring what the snake taught us. Our souls need transition. Our bodies need ritual. Our spirits need a moment to witness the crossing. So, if you can, I invite you to make this a ceremonial listening. Light a candle, pour yourself something warm or something celebratory. Find a comfortable seat where you won't be disturbed for the next 20 or 25 minutes. Maybe have your journal nearby. You can just pause this and go and grab it. Just be ready to sit with whatever arises. This is your time. This is your threshold. And I'm here to walk you through it. So there's something profound about standing at a threshold, isn't there? That in between space. Not quite here, not quite there, one foot in what was, one foot reaching towards what's going to be. Our culture doesn't really know what to do with thresholds anymore. We rush through them, we party over them, we make resolutions to fill the uncertainty with concrete plans, but we rarely just stand in them, honor them. But threshold spaces, liminal spaces, they are sacred. They're where the transformation actually happens, not in the before, not in the after, but in the crossing itself. And that's where we are right now, on the threshold between the year of the snake and the year of the horse, between descent and rising, between shedding and running free. The snake has taught us to go inwards, to shed not what no longer fits, and to expose hidden truths, to strengthen ourselves and to compost old versions of ourselves. And that descent hasn't been easy, not for many of us. Just look at the state of the world. 2025 for many people has been confronting, raw, but the horse is calling, calling us to rise, to move, to reclaim our direction, and to chase what our spirits have been whispering to us. There will be renewal, independence, clarity, bold action, but we can't answer the horse's call if we're still carrying what the snake showed us needed to be released. So tonight, we're going to do that work together. We're going to honor what was, release what's done, and open to what's coming. Part one of this session is going to be about witnessing the year that was. So take a breath with me. And as you breathe, I just want you to cast your mind back to the very beginning of 2025, January 1st, New Year's Day. Do you remember who you were then? What you were hoping for, what you were carrying? You don't need to analyze it, just notice. Who was that version of you? Now let's walk through this year, month by month, season by season, and I'm going to offer you some questions. And I want you to just let whatever comes up come up. Don't need to have neat answers, just witness and notice. Maybe pause this if you want to contemplate it a little bit more and restart. Because we're going to start with the winter into spring, January, February, March time. What was stirring in you at the start of the year? What were you really longing for? What were you afraid of? What seeds were you planting, knowingly or unknowingly? Just breathe and notice. And then we get to the spring into summer. April, May, June time. What started to emerge then? What surprised you? What delighted you? What really challenged you? Where did you feel yourself growing, even if it was uncomfortable? Just breathe, 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 breathe. And as we continue to journey through the year, we get to July and August. What reached its fullness? What demanded your attention? Where did you feel most alive? Where did you feel most exhausted? What truth couldn't be avoided anymore? And summer into autumn, that kind of September, October time, what started to change? What began to fall away like the leaves? What was the harvest that came in, expected or unexpected? What loss did you face? What death, literal or metaphorical, touched your life at that time? And then late autumn, early winter, November, December, what has been composting? What has been asking for your attention in the quiet? What has this descent shown you about yourself? What has the darkness illuminated? Just witness again. Just breathe. And don't judge what comes up. This is just you being with your year, all of it. The beauty and the brutality, the joy and the grief, the expansion and the contraction. And coming back to the space. In many traditions, the snake represents transformation, healing, the shedding of what's no longer needed. The snake moves close to the earth and it feels everything. Ugh. It knows the ground truth. The snake sheds its skin not once, but many times, each time emerging new. So I want to ask you, what did the snake teach you this year? Maybe you didn't realize you were in a snake year. Maybe you didn't have language for what was happening. But I'm willing to bet that somewhere in this year you've experienced shedding, letting go of something or having something stripped away from you, and descent, like going deeper, deeper into yourself, into grief, into truth, and exposure, like having something hidden come into the light, and hopefully healing. Whether you wanted it or not, that kind of transformation, becoming someone different than you were. Where have you shed a skin this year? What old identity or role or belief or way of being has fallen away? Maybe it was a relationship that ended, or a job that you left or lost, or a dream that you had to release, or a version of yourself that you thought you'd be forever. Maybe it was subtler than that, a belief about yourself that you realized wasn't true, or a pattern you'd been running that you finally saw more clearly, a way you'd been betraying yourself that you couldn't unsee once you saw it. What skin did you shed? And underneath that skin, who did you find? Who are you now? Stripped of that old layer. You might not have all the answers yet, and that's okay. Snake's teaching doesn't always make sense right away. Sometimes we don't know who we've become until we look back months or years later and realize, oh, I am different now. But I want you to honor this much. Something died this year and something was born. Even if you don't fully understand it yet, even if it's still tender and new and uncertain, you survived the descent. You're still here, and that matters. Hmm. So it might seem strange, but I want to invite you into gratitude now, not for the easy things. We're usually pretty good at being grateful for those if you're here in this podcast, but gratitude for the hard things. Gratitude for what the snake year asked of you, because here's what I know to be true. We don't grow in comfort. We grow in the stretching. We grow in the breaking open. We grow in the descent. So even if this year was brutal, and for many of us it really was, can you find gratitude for what it taught you? And this year, I am grateful for perimenopause that stripped away my patience for bullshit and showed me what I'm really made of. The business experiments that failed and cost me money because they taught me what doesn't work and made space for what does. The grief work with friends and connection to those in Gaza, which broke my heart wide open and reminded me really, really what matters. The moments when I hit my edge and thought that I couldn't go on because I discovered in that I can. And the shedding of the idea that I have to stay small so I don't offend or upset anyone. You know, I found a leader ready to serve at a completely different level. So now I'm going to ask you, what are you grateful for from this year? Even and especially the hard stuff. Just take a moment. Maybe write it down, maybe whisper it out loud, maybe just feel it in your heart. Thank you, 2025. Thank you, Snake. Thank you for the descent that prepared me for the rise. And now we come to the heart of this threshold work, the release, because we can't carry everything forwards. We're not meant to. The horse can't run if we're weighed down with what the snake showed us was dead. So I want you to ask yourself, what am I ready to release? What old story, belief, pattern, identity, relationship, expectation, or burden am I ready to leave? This isn't about forcing yourself to let go of something you're not ready to release. It's about honoring what's already ready to grow and go. What's what's already composted? What's the fire already burned, even if you're still holding the ashes? So tune in, feel it in your body. What wants to be released? Maybe it's the belief that you're not enough, the pattern of playing small, the expectation that you should have it all figured out, the relationship that's been over for months but you haven't admitted, the dream that was never really yours, or the resentment that you've been carrying, the version of yourself that could have been if only, or the fear that's making decisions for you. What are you ready to release? Just name it, speak it, write it, or just know it in your heart. And now This is the ceremonial part. I want you to imagine offering it to the fire. You don't have to have an actual fire right now, though. If you do, you could write what you're releasing on a piece of paper and actually burn it. I'm going to open the wood burning stove in front of me. If you're watching this, if you're listening, maybe you can hear the crackling, the fire that's right next to me, and just imagine it clearly, the flames, the heat, the light, the smell, the smoke. Feel the warmth. And now take what you are ready to release and offer it to the fire. And watch it burn. And as you watch it burn, as you imagine it burning, as you allow it to dissipate into the night sky, remember it's not yours anymore, it's ash, it's smoke, it's gone. And just breathe. Breathe the lightness of letting go. You don't have to carry that anymore. The snake has taught you its lesson. You can leave it here on this threshold as you cross into the year of the horse. Now, here's what's true about thresholds. They're not just about releasing, they're about receiving, they're about opening to what wants to come in. Nature abhors a vacuum. When we release what no longer serving us, space opens up and life, spirit, the sacred, the universe, however you name it, life rushes in to fill that space. But when we have to be intentional about what we're calling in, is this moment, because otherwise we'll just fill it with more of the same, right? How many times have you done that? You think you've done a really clean and good letting go, and then you repeat the pattern. So I want to ask you, what are you calling in for 2026? This is the year of the horse. The horse awakens momentum. The horse calls us to rise, to move with power and grace, to reclaim our direction, to chase what our spirits have been longing for. The horse brings renewal, independence, clarity, bold action. So, what are you saying yes to? Not what you think you should want, not what would make other people happy, not what seems sensible or safe or realistic. What is your spirit calling you towards? Maybe it's finally starting that project that you've been thinking about for years, or stepping into leadership in a way that terrifies and excites you, or creating the community that you've been longing for, or leaving the situation that's been draining your life force. Maybe it's investing in the support that you need to grow, taking the bold action that you've been waiting to feel ready for, or trusting your intuition, even when it doesn't make logical sense. Living from your gifts instead of just surviving. What the horse is calling you towards, feel it. Like, don't think it, really feel it. What does the body say? Where in your body do you feel the yes? That's your answer. That's your direction. Oh, yeah. And now you can speak it or write it or make it concrete, make it real in some way by recording it or bringing it out from the thought place into the uh, action place. In 2026, I am calling in, and say it, calm but clear. Claim it. Let your voice give it power. And as you feel it, feel yourself opening to receive it. Feel yourself becoming the person who already has this, who already lives this, who already is this, because here's the truth. The horse isn't calling you to become someone different. The horse is calling you to become more fully who you already are. The horse is saying, your spirit has been calling you towards this. Now run. Now move. Now claim your direction. Are you ready? So, beautiful one. You've done the work. You've witnessed your year. You've honored what the snake taught you. You've offered gratitude. You've released what's ready to go. You've called in what's ready to come. Now, as you stand on this threshold, one foot still in 2025, one reaching towards 2026, I want to offer you a blessing. May you trust the descent that brought you here. May you honor the skins you've shed. May you know that who you are now is exactly who you need to be. May you release the weight that was never yours to carry. May you open to receive what your spirit has been calling you towards all along. May you step into the year of the horse with a heart that refuses to settle and legs that will carry you exactly where you need to go. May you remember that you are not alone, that there is a field of us all crossing this threshold together, all moving from snake wisdom to horsepower, all holding connection at the core of who we are. May you trust that life will give you what you need as you step forwards. May you know your gifts matter, your calling matters, your voice matters. May you walk in beauty and may you run, oh, run towards everything that's been calling you. Welcome to 2026. Welcome to the year of the horse. The time is now. Who you are becoming is finally ready to move. Blessings. Now, if you need to go or a party's calling or the midnight countdown is approaching, you can absolutely switch off now. What we've done together here is complete. You have everything you need to cross this threshold with intention and grace. But if you have a few more minutes and if something in you is saying, I don't want to do this alone, or I need support for what I'm calling in, stay with me because I want to tell you about something that might be exactly what you need. Here's what I know about the year of the horse. It's going to ask you to move, to take bold action, to reclaim your direction and chase what your spirit has been calling you towards. And here's what I also know. It's really hard to do that without structure and without support and without a map and without community. You can have all the clarity in the world about what you're calling in, but if you're trying to integrate, trying to figure out how it fits into all 8 areas of your life, trying to maintain momentum when life gets busy, it's easy to lose your way. It's easy to slip back into old patterns. It's easy to forget. And by March, what you knew so clearly tonight, gone. And that's why I created the Life Compass curriculum. It's a 6-month journey home to yourself, a comprehensive life design program that helps you explore all 8 essential life areas with structure and depth and embodiment practices and community and support. And it's not about adding more to your plate. It's about creating a life that actually honors who you're becoming. This is for you if you're done with surface level challenges and ready for foundational shifts. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur, a heart-led coach, a nature connection practitioner, a parent, a facilitator, anyone who knows that they're here to hold connection at the core of what they do, but needs the tools and the support to actually live that way more. Inside the Life Compass, you'll get 12 comprehensive modules released fortnightly so that you are not overwhelmed. You'll get access to the Connection Matters membership with twice monthly live calls, a supportive community of like-minded souls doing all of this work alongside you, practical tools for all 8 life areas, from your purpose to your work, your relationships to your connection with nature, to your financial choices. It's a personal blueprint that becomes your decision-making framework for life. And here's what's timely. Our first live call of 2026 is January the 8th, and everyone who joins before then gets invited to our opening group nature ceremony online on January the 11th, which is a really powerful way to ceremonially step into the year of the horse with your new community within your own space. This isn't about starting another course. This is about having a container, a compass, and a community as you navigate everything that 2026 is asking of you. The women in this space aren't just feeling better, they are making better moves. The men in this space aren't just stepping up, they're stepping in, rewriting their rhythms, recalibrating their leadership, reclaiming clarity, everyone, reconnecting with what matters most. One of our graduates, Christina, said that the Life Compass gave me the clarity and tools I've been missing. And now I have a personal map that helps me refocus every time I lose my way, which used to happen all the time. And I feel so much more grounded in myself and connected to nature and intentional in my path and work. Another member, Kelda, shared each new module brought new inspiration and learning and a deepening in such a profound way. I really loved the calls and opportunity to share and connect with people in such a safe space. Each time I would finish feeling inspired and recharged and with a feeling of growing and moving forward. If your nervous system whispered yes while I was describing this, that's your answer. That's the horse calling. You can find all the details on my website and in the links below. There are 2 options: the Essential Life Compass if you want the full curriculum and 6 months of community support, or the Complete Life Compass if you want all of that plus one-to-one coaching sessions with me and a full year of membership. And if you're joining before January the 8th, I'll see you on the opening ceremony call on the 11th. And we'll be stepping into the year of the horse together with fire and with intention and with community. And the threshold is here. And you don't have to cross it alone. So thank you for taking this ceremonial journey with me. Thank you for giving yourself this threshold, this space, this moment to pause and witness and release and receive. However you're spending this New Year's Eve, whether in celebration or in quiet, with people or alone, in joy or in grief, know that you are held. Know that this crossing matters. Know that you matter. The fire is always burning. The threshold is always here, and you are always, always welcome. Until next time, may you walk and run in beauty. Happy New Year.